Hey everybody, this is Tim the Bot Man with Tim Armstrong Marketing, and I've got an exciting video for you today. I'm going to show you how to create a messenger lead ad. And you might wonder, why would I want to make a messenger lead ad versus a regular lead ad? Well, the biggest advantage is that you get to have that immediate communication. See, with a regular lead ad, people put in their email, their phone number, and then you have to try and get in touch with them, right? You have to email them or call them to try and connect with them. But with a messenger lead ad, you get that opportunity to be able to connect with them instantly. So what I'm going to show you is an ad that can work for real estate lead generation, or it could also work for mortgage loan officer lead generation. But you can plug in just about any business into this type of an ad and get fantastic results. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. This Facebook ad for mortgage and real estate. What I'm going to do is go ahead and create a new ad. I'm in my ads manager here. Now, because this is a mortgage or real estate lead generating Facebook ad, we have to hit this special ads category. If you're doing this ad for any other type of a business, you wouldn't need to do this, unless of course it's directly related to credit, employment, or housing. So we go ahead and click the housing special ad category, come down here and hit messages, and then we want to name it. Click continue. That was just an error from something else I had done in the past. No worries. All right, so we're going to leave this. Click to Messenger. We're going to come down here and create our audience. Now, when we're creating Facebook ads for mortgage and for real estate, we get a little bit limited geographic targeting as well as interest targeting from things that we were able to do in the past. But no worries, we're still getting great results. So let's see here. I'm just gonna type in Los Angeles as the city. Come down here and do some detailed targeting. I usually start with Zillow, go with interest, and then hit suggestions, and that gets us all sorts of different real estate type interests that we can use. So I'm going to go Trulia, first time buyer, house hunting, first time buyer grant. That's great. 1.8 million people for that audience. I like to edit my placements so that my ad looks good based on how I create it. So what I mean by that is, like here for stories, you'll see that they recommend full screen vertical images, and I'm not creating an image like that. So I'm just going to keep this as a newsfeed and messenger inbox ad for right now. And you can of course put in your daily budget. And let's see here. Not too worried about that ad set may get 0 replies because I'm getting replies off of $2 a day ad campaigns in some situations, so no worries there. Let me just go back through here real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything. Placements, audience. Now this locations, everyone in this location, you could put people who live in this location recently or traveling. I'm going to go ahead and put everyone in this location just because even if they've, come into Los Angeles from other areas, if there's a, if they're interested in our down payment assistance program, I want everybody to be able to see that. So I'm just clicking that for right now, everyone in this location. Okay, looks like we're ready to move on. Okay. Name the ad. All right, we've got my page up here. Single image. I've already got an image created. If you want to know how to create cool images like this one in Canva, I've got a video on my channel about how to use Canva. Let's see here. All right. So now that I've set that all up as far as the image goes, what we want to do is get our ad copy in here, right? I do all my legwork up front and I create a notepad document so that I don't have to struggle with typing this stuff in here at the last minute. So there we go. Down payment assistance programs, help you purchase a home with no money down. Click send message for program info. Perfect. We're going to leave that button, send message. Real easy, real simple, no worries. All right. Now, what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to generate leads, right? So when we come down to the messenger setup, we're going to click generate leads and then create chat. Okay. No worries. So I've already done my legwork here and I've created some opening message content for this. So I leave that personalization in there and I put in, hi Tim, down payment assistance programs vary by location. We'll need a little information to get started. And then what I did was I created some questions, right? Like we could start with what city or area would you like to live in? That's a good first question. And what I'm going to do is instead of having it put in a city, because what it'll do is it'll auto-populate that user information. This user information heading auto-populates all this information when you ask it. So if you ask them what city, it'll populate the city that they live in. So we don't necessarily want that. We want to go short answer for this one because we want them to be able to type in the city where they are wanting to live. Now another question we want to ask is how many people are in your household? And here we can do options. So we click there, check this out. So I go 1, if one person is in your family or household, go to next question. See, and you can choose next question, thank you message, or disqualify message, but I'm just going to go next question for this example. Then I'm going to add an option, which is 2. How many people are in your household? 2. Go to next question. What about 3? Go to next question. 4. Go to next question. 5. And here I'm just going to go 6 or more. It's kind of unusual to have more than 6 people in your household. And there we go. All right, cool. How many people are in your household? Let's see. Let's ask them, have you owned a home in the past 3 years? What this is doing is it's basically just asking some qualification questions and getting that conversation started. Here we're going to choose options. We're going to go yes. Even if they've owned a home in the past 3 years, you still may be able to help them. So you're just going to go to the next question. You're not necessarily going to disqualify them, right? Especially over a form like this. All right, so we've asked city, how many people, have you owned a home in 3 years? Those are good qualifying questions. Is there anything else in here? Oh, how soon are you thinking of moving? It's not a bad one. What about your timeline? Right? So we can add a question, paste it in there. We're going to do options, because here I'm going to type 1, 2, 3 months. now after this, I think we're going to end the flow. So I'm going to hit next question. But once they complete that, the system will know that that was the last question, and it'll send them this thank you message. I've created a, oh, you know what? We could also confirm their phone number and email if you like. This is an option that you have. And what I do is I go in here and I copy this type of ad copy. If you want to get their phone number and email, which it's not a bad idea, what you do is you please confirm this is your best email or enter an email below, because it's going to auto-populate. Okay, so the answer type is going to be user information, email. Okay, now if we want to get their phone number, we can also do this. Please confirm that this is your best phone number. And then choose the answer type, phone number, and that'll auto-populate. Okay, so now we'll go to our thank you message. And I say, I like to set expectations that they may not get a response immediately, right? So there we go. Thank you for answering all the questions, Tim. We'll get back to you as quickly as possible. If it's after normal business hours, we may respond the next business day. That's the way you do it. Okay, completion reminder. And then there's a completion reminder that gets sent within 24 hours that says, hey, you only have a few questions left to answer. Would you like to finish now? ? So that's awesome because it follows up for you. And then there's also a pause. If they pause, it says, hey, you've paused. Let us know how we can help, right? Now, they also require that you put in your privacy policy and terms, okay? So you're going to need to go to your website and put in grab your privacy policy link that goes to that page and give it to Facebook. I've got mine right here. Now, if you personally don't have a privacy policy, I'm betting your parent company does if you have a parent company. So you just want to put that URL right in here. Now we can preview. Okay, now that we're done setting that up, let's go ahead and preview it in Messenger. And what happens is I get a notification on my phone that just kicked me off the connect. So just a second. There's my notification. So here's the lead ad, the Messenger lead ad. As soon as I click it into the ad, it shows me this. How many people are in your household? Have you owned a home in the past 3 years? This is beautiful. Credit score. All this information is coming through Messenger to you. Talk about a long form lead. And this is all without setting up a bot. This is all in Facebook. And look at this. The phone number just auto-populated. Beautiful. So did the email. I didn't have to type that in. So it's just like a lead ad and a bot hybrid. So cool. So look at that. And look, I just got a notification up at the top of the screen that I completed all the questions. My Pages manager let me know that I just completed everything in there. So all this information just came through Messenger, and now you can reach out to this person. Seeing it says here, thanks for answering all the questions. We'll get back to you as quickly as possible. If it's after normal business hours, we may respond the next day, setting that expectation that, hey, you get a life too. But I just thought this was so cool because it's a fabulous way for you to be able to create a lead ad that starts a conversation with your prospects. Because now if you want to go ahead and start typing in there, you can. You can say, oh, hey. Right? And it pops up. Now, all this conversation is going to be available right in my Pages Manager. In the conversations. And there it all is. There's all the documentation right in there. If you need to access that information, it's also going to be. And it wraps everything up in the Ads Manager. And once we confirm, messages test ad campaign going into review. So that'll take a few hours for it to go through review. And once it is approved by Facebook, your ad will start running. All right, I hope you found this helpful. My name is Tim the Bot Man with Tim Armstrong Marketing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment or go ahead and reach me at timarmstrongmarketing.com. If you have questions about how to get chatbots going or other Facebook ad ideas, definitely reach out. I look forward to speaking with you. Have a good one, everybody.